Good morning, good evening, and good night. What's up, guys? My name is Deadly Sheep, and welcome to our 7th episode of this series. And I just want to take a minute to thank all of you. This channel is very new. I've only started, I think I'm about like 2 weeks into this channel, and I've already gotten 25 subscribers, which is absolutely amazing. And I have a new series coming up here soon, which I talked about the end of last episode. So yeah, I just really had to tell you guys, thank you so much. The comments, the views, the subscribers, it's all really great. I'm glad you guys are enjoying this. I'm enjoying this. I'm having lots of fun. Hopefully, I can see us progress and I get a little better at this and you guys continue to enjoy this more and more. But anyways, let's go ahead and get started. What I'm going to do is we're going to be finishing up this area today in this episode. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to clear some more of this out. I think I'm going to go ahead and clear this wall out, maybe do some touches up around here, and continue to restock those furnaces so I have plenty of supplies so we can go ahead and get started in decorating and building here shortly. So alright guys, I'll talk to you here soon. Alright guys, so I've cleared out some space. Went ahead and made this little window right here, which I may even actually clear out some more right there, just one more row of wall. And lowered the floor so that way we can place our floor, and went ahead and kind of created the shape for the entry. So it'll be something like this with this little bit of a window over here, and this will all be a glass wall. And oh, okay, as you just saw apparently, oh goodness. Why? They can fit through this. How? Well, that's an obvious flaw in design, but we're not going to worry about that quite yet. As a matter of fact, we're just going to go ahead and block that off. Hopefully that'll do that. But yeah, I think we're going to go ahead and just go ahead and get a base of our floor started, which I'm going to be using stone bricks. And like I said, this wall right here will be glass. If I can place it. Yeah, just like that. And I will have to also pretty up the insides of these areas and block all that off and then remove all the torches. But right now we're just going to focus on the area we're actually going to be in. So go ahead and place all of this. And I think what might look good, because me personally, when I'm in Minecraft and I have like a little window like this, I always kind of want to just get right up against it and look down. I don't know why, but I think what we're going to do is place stairs right along here. And this might not work depending on how this lines up over there. But my idea was we had that, so that way you can just kind of see a little bit farther down. I don't know. It's just kind of like a nice effect to me, but if we can't get it to line up with this looking right, then I might have to botch that idea. So I'm going to go ahead and finish this glass wall, and then we're going to go ahead and have a glass wall right here. And I'm going to go ahead and finish filling in this floor, and I will talk to you guys here soon when I've finished what I discussed. Alright, so I got a little bit of a progress update for you. Not too much, just what I told you guys I thought was thinking. And I do want to go ahead and do something about this. Alright, let's see if we can do a little on-camera problem solving here. So they will be washed right here. So if we have, let's see, this will all be blocked off. And let's go ahead and grab another stair, place a stair right there. Would this work? Could I do this? I don't know. I kind of need one to fall through the system, but the spawn rate is pretty slow right now. Okay, so a few of them finally went through the system, and they all float over here, so just to test. Okay, so this is effective. This will work. And I've been hearing spiders, and I'm almost wondering if this little L shape I made, they are in that one little area, because these guys are awful, can't stand them, are all collected up in a corner up against a wall over here. And I think that might be what's going on. So we're going to go ahead and take a look. And yeah, just as I expected. So they are, how many is that? Just 2? Okay. So yeah, they are getting stuck right there. So I might have to improve this design even more, which I think the easiest way of doing it would be, and it could look a little better because then you would have a better view of that spawner down there, is to go ahead and make this longer and then get rid of the L shape and just have them come up the bubble vader and then fall. And then fall right here or something. So yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. But I mean, this so far, they're not spawn. Oh, they can attack me through that? Oh my goodness. These guys are the worst. I swear. This is why I usually just like don't even mess with these. But I didn't have the resources at the time to build like a mob grinder spawner thing. So I guess, oh my god, you guys can hurt me. So is this safe? Am I safe right here? Alright, I think I'm safe right here. So I just don't want to get right up underneath this. So maybe I'll have like blocks right there so I can't. Now can you attack me? I can attack you. Okay, so that's how we're going to do this then. And I think I'm going to go ahead and take a look over there. Place some more torches over here to slow down the spawning a little bit. And I might actually change the layout of our design just a little bit. So when I've figured out exactly how I want to do that, I will get back to you here shortly and explain what I've decided. Okay, so I think I understand what I want to do with this. The occasional spider or two that kind of gets like just wall climbs right there in that little gap isn't really too big of a deal. However, aesthetically speaking, this little collection pit right here is it's not working for me. It being tucked up against the wall, it's just really kind of messing with the feng shui that I'm trying to go for. So I think what I'm going to do is continue using this L-shaped concept where they'll be washed over and they drop down and then get washed in the other direction. But I'm going to just do it over here. And it might actually work better because the water stream is stronger or thicker right here. So that may actually stop any kind of issues we may have with them finding that one little gap of wall between the water and climbing on it and not being washed over by the water stream. So I'm going to go ahead and move this over here and patch all this up, and I will get back to you here shortly. Alright guys, so I have removed this and relocated it over here. And just for like symmetry's purpose, I thought maybe try a one wide area. I don't know if these will fit in a one wide track, but the benefit of this, if they can, is that if any of them do decide to climb like right here or something, like on the side of the wall where the water stream doesn't touch the wall, then there's a much higher chance of another one coming along right after it and just kind of pushing it through, keeping them from like backlogging up in a corner. And I was also wondering, but I'm not sure if this is a good idea, since I have recently discovered that they can fit through a slab. What if I made all this slab? Would the water... I guess not. I guess the water won't flow through unless it was like a water source. Okay. And it looks like I have now jacked all this up, so now I gotta fix this. Alright, well, I'm gonna go ahead and get this fixed up, and I think we're gonna stick with this one track idea, and yeah, I will get back to you here shortly. Okay, so now I have the new and hopefully improved design. Just got like a little window right there so you can see him coming, and then I think you would just stand underneath this glass block and you'd be able to chop at him like that. I'm not sure if this will work, but that's my next idea I'm going to try. And then now I got to lower the floor one more block, but before I do that, I'm going to go ahead and get rid of some of these torches again just so I can see if this works, because I don't want to continue to build all the aesthetics to it if the initial design isn't functional to begin with. So hopefully that'll be enough for them to spawn. Okay, so one spawned. We got it washing through here, as you can see. So that obviously works. If he can pathfind to me, which it looks like he's trying to. Maybe because there's gaps. Could be because of this right here. He can maybe pathfind to me like that. This will all be fixed once when I enclose all of this, because they won't be able to see me or try to pathfind to me and fight the stream. They'll just be idle and just kind of wash through, because that's how their AI works. But yeah, he's really trying hard to get to me. What if I block this off so then he thinks he can't? Okay, so that one's not trying to. And that one's no longer trying to. Yeah, as you can see, once when they no longer can pathfind me, then they will just flow by the stream. Is he really able to climb? Oh my goodness. These guys are ridiculous. So hopefully here in a few seconds, we should be seeing spider come through the tube. So it looks like some spiders made it through, but they are... Oh goodness, these guys are such a pain in the butt. They're climbing the wall right there in that little gap in the L shape that we made. So I'm gonna have to get creative with this one. Yeah, as you can see now, they're coming to get me. Oh goodness, I didn't realize this many spawned. I wish you guys would not, like, I wish there was a block they couldn't climb on, because this is ridiculous. And I'm gonna eat their eyeballs. I find them tasty. This is sad. I have to eat poisonous spider eyes just to get my health back up. Kind of counterintuitive. But yeah, as you can see right here, that little gap where there isn't water is enough for them to just come through and wreck my life. So what if actually you just place the... Oh. Yeah, no, that doesn't work. And like, it won't... Not all of them will get stuck right there, but there will be just enough to create a little bit of a backlog, which I don't like. I really want efficiency on this. Maybe if we had a water stream right back here. Did that jack that up? Yeah, it might have connected right there and screwed some things up. Well, I'm going to have to get creative with some water mechanics to get this to work. I'm going to do a little bit of brainstorming and trial and error, and I will get back to you here shortly. Okay, so I think I found a solution. What I'm using is trapdoors and water sources on the side. So I had to put a water source back here and a water source right here, and then trapdoors right here so they can fit through, but there really is no wall that is exposed to them for them to do it. And then the other thing is there's just going to be a stair right here, and I'm just going to have to hope that backlog is minimum at this point. But so far that is the best I could come up with. But yeah, so far this is the design, so I guess I'm going to have to wait for some more of these things to spawn. And in the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and lower this floor. So I will see you guys once when there's some spiders spawned in there. Okay, so a spider did come through, and it looks like he's just kind of bouncing around, and the only spot I see him really getting stuck at is by that stair. But what I was hoping was true. Because the only place he can really get stuck at is that upside down stair that's over there, he is close enough to pathfind to me if I walk up here. So that pretty much eliminates all of that. There might be some inefficiencies down there, like with the water stream, them maybe being able to climb on a pixel of wall that's visible or something ridiculous. But overall, I think this design is going to turn out pretty good. And I like that even though my original idea didn't work, I'm kind of glad that it didn't, because this is looking a lot better in my opinion. And I was almost wondering, since this does kind of line up where this little underwater pathway is, I wonder if we should do like a glass floor right here, just right here, and maybe have like a staircase or something to it would add a little more dimension to the room. And it would also be kind of cool to be able to see the spiders being washed up, which I guess, how much of it is really visible? I mean, that would make a little bit of it visible. You could see right there. Maybe if I broke some of these blocks that are obstructing our view. Yeah, actually, that would be kind of cool. I'm going to go ahead and see what this would look like. Let's see. Something like that. Yeah, I like that. That's cool, because then you can just kind of, You can't see everything, but you can kind of get a feel for what's going on. Might be interesting to see also if I see any inefficiencies. This gives me a good way of getting a peek at that. And also I could make these 1 block tall and such, so that way they can't do shenanigans like that. And yeah, hopefully this design will actually turn out pretty decent by the looks of it. It might need a little more modifications and trial and error here and there, but as you can see, even though he was climbing that 1 pixel, he will eventually just kind of get washed over. And if we can get right here and just kind of see him, he'll get hung up on that little pixel of the block between the 2 water streams, but eventually will kind of flow in and hits the stairs and goes up. Wait, is he up? Or is he kind of bobbing around? Okay, he made it up. Took him a couple tries, but he made it. Oh, no. Oh, goodness. Did he make it or did he not? Alright, I didn't see him bob back down, so I think he really did make it. And then, is that him right there? Oh, can you not pathfind? Hey, I'm right here. Come and get me. Oh, I can still attack him though. Oh, well then we're good. Even if they can't pathfind to me, I can somehow reach. My sword will reach that far. So, yeah. I'll go ahead and continue to lower this floor. I really did like the idea of having this like stair right up against the window. I think it kind of adds like a nice little effect, so you can kind of like peer over and down. So I think I'm definitely going to go with that. And yeah, I guess I'm going to go ahead and finish this floor, and I will get back to you here shortly. Alright guys, so I know for you it's only been like, I don't know, a couple seconds. But for me, it's actually been over a day. I've spent a lot of time trying to tweak this design. I think what you guys last saw was we had a iron bar right here and a glass on top. But it wasn't working. I mean, after sitting here building and testing it out and doing a bunch of trial error, I had to actually just completely get rid of the little L-shaped bend, because these guys they didn't want to cooperate. They kept trying to climb up in the little corners. So what I did is, on the Bubble Vader, it does push him over, but instead of dropping him down in the area and then pushing him this way, we just kind of moved this area all the way back to where the Bubble Vader is. And then I had to put a trapdoor right there, that way they can't attack me. And as you can see, no matter where they are, I can reach them quite easily. It doesn't matter if they're over there or still in the bubble stream or hung up on the wall. I can kill them whenever I want, so that's pretty nice. Also, what I did is I did some prettying up. I went ahead and got rid of all the torches in these rooms. And on this side, I went ahead and carried this glass all the way down so you could really see all the way down to the ground floor. I worked on a little thing here and there. I put slabs on top of the spawners so that way no spiders can spawn on top. And to go ahead and give you an idea of what my plans are from here on, besides prettying this area up a lot, is I think even though this will be our entrance with the nether portal, I also want to make this wall right here glass, so we can kind of have like a hallway right here with the glass window seeing in. And then over here, I'm probably going to put glass in the shape of the cave. I think I'm going to just go with the shape that it already kind of has to give it a little bit of character. But I'll put glass all along this wall and try to pretty some things up and do some touching up. But yeah, I just thought I'd give you guys a little bit of a progress update. Like I said, I think this is probably the best I can get this design at. It is quite efficient. As you can see, there are just ridiculous amounts of mobs in here, and it doesn't matter where they are. They can't attack me, but I can attack them, and the XP is having no problem flowing to me, which was one of the problems I had. I had a few problems I had to try to problem solve about. It was either A, I couldn't reach them if they climbed up in a corner, or B, the XP would not fall through whatever I had chopping through, or B, they were able to still attack me. So this design pretty much took care of all of those problems. So I'm going to do a little bit of killing and some prettying up. I think I'm going to go ahead and get started on this little hallway over there and put some glass over there. And I will get back with you guys here shortly. Alright guys, so I went ahead and put the glass window over there and cleared some of this area right here. But I think actually I'm going to go ahead and just do some on-camera building. I don't know why I always cut everything out. I guess because I want to try to fit as much as I possibly can in each episode. But I don't know. Maybe that's not necessarily the best thing to do to that extreme. So I'm going to go ahead and do some on-camera building with you guys. Right now I'm just replacing the floor with this brick. I will retexture and add some cracked and mossy pretty things up, add some more character to it. I think right here I want to go ahead and put just another little pillar right there to kind of make that look. I'm not sure if I like that or not. I think we'll go with it for now. Anyways, like I said, I wanted this to be a like hallway window, and I'm thinking one wide might be a little too narrow, so I think we're gonna do 2 wide. Alright, so I cleared out that little wall, and we can go ahead and finish placing in our floor blocks like so. Yeah, just like that. I think that'll work pretty well. And then let's see, I guess we want to start it right here. Go ahead and break this, and then pretty much just gonna break down little rows and quickly place glass blocks before any of these spiders try pathfinding to me. And one thing I have noticed after finally getting this as efficient as I can and taking out all the torches and letting it spawn at pretty much full capacity, this brings in a lot of mobs. Now, fortunately, I do have a pretty nice computer now, so it can handle it without dropping too many frames for you guys. But yeah, this could be a problem. I mean, I don't know if they would really die from entity cramming, because they can always just kind of like fill up this whole area. There would be a lot before it started entity cramming in that little area, because they could always just kind of push each other into each little corner and crevice. So what I think I need to do is, I think I mentioned this in a previous episode, but I want to get an on-off switch for this. So that way, maybe we have a button or a lever or something that lights up these areas. And I might not be able to completely stop spawning all the way, but definitely slow it down. And I think we'll use redstone lamps or something. I don't have too much resources to do anything too crazy like block swappers and such, but I think it'll still be a nice touch as is. It would definitely help keep the game running a little more smoothly, and it would just be a nice feature to have, because you never know when you want to stop this. Like maybe I need to go down there and fix something or whatever it may be. So we're just going to continue placing this little hallway window like so, which I really like this build actually. It was quite, I'm going to be honest with you guys, pretty frustrating. Like I said, I did spend a little over a day, not a full day, because I have other things I do also, but I did spend a lot of time off camera trying to problem solve with this design over here to get it as efficient as possible. And I think I've mentioned this in the past. Normally in like my worlds, I generally don't mess with these things. I usually just kind of break the spawners. And I know some people might be like, why would you do that? But I just didn't care for them, because they're such a pain to work with. So if I needed XP, I usually just went other means of making XP farms. But after doing this, I enjoyed it. Now that I kind of have an idea of how I need to get these guys to cooperate in the way that I want them to. Yeah, this is actually working out pretty good, because it didn't take me much resources. It took a little bit of mining and stuff, clearing all that out, but nowhere near as resource extensive as some of my other methods of gaining XP, which I will actually build later on in this series anyways, because I like building them and you get lots of mob loot anyways. And one thing I may also want to do is, if we ever get a trident, if we're ever blessed or fortunate enough to get a trident, I may try to install a trident killer. I'm not sure how I would do that, considering this is kind of like water and stuff, but I might be able to figure out a way to do a little bit of a trident killer over here, so that way we could just like AFK and just sit here and just, I don't know, walk away an hour later, be at like something crazy like a level 150 or something ridiculous. I think that would be pretty cool. But tridents are pretty hard to get a hold of, so I don't know if we're going to be able to do that anytime soon. But it's definitely something for a future project. And as you can see, I'm just kind of trying to pretty this up a little bit. I'm really just kind of getting a basis, like a foundation or baseline to work off of. But after I kind of get this figured out and the shape and at least get everything in the right block originally, and my pickaxe broke, I will then come in with other blocks and try to texturize it. So that way, it, like I said, it has more of a character to this build. Also, one thing that I think I might want to do that might look pretty cool, but I would probably need an off switch before I do that, is make this a cave. Like, make this look like a cave where it is very symmetrical and geometrical, just a cube cut out. I wonder if I could get, using like cobblestone walls and slabs, stairs, maybe some vines, and kind of make this look more like a cave and just kind of like bring it to life a little bit, because these are cave spiders. So I think that would add a nice little character touch to this build. I think that would be a pretty cool idea, just to pretty things up. In my personal survival worlds, before I started doing YouTube videos, I would really just focus on farms. I was like very technical, I guess. I really just wanted to have like unlimited resources and have all the greatest farms, and never really focused too much on making things pretty. I usually just kind of wanted to be able to be in one area and have access to everything I possibly need. But for this series, I think I'm going to step out of my comfort zone a little bit, like I did with our starter house, and maybe try some things a little different. Like I said before, I generally would build underground in my worlds, but I wanted to try building something above ground. And that was what our starter house was. It was kind of like a little practice run, and I learned from it. It didn't come out the greatest, you know, maybe a little unproportional, and it's still not even finished. We still need to go pretty that up. But yeah, like I said, I'm just trying to step out of my comfort zone for you guys, try new things, make our world a little prettier, more interesting. And yeah, if you guys have any suggestions, or maybe you take the time to build things and want to send me ideas, you could post it on Reddit. I do keep tabs on Reddit pretty thoroughly, just to kind of like see what the community's doing and be involved. Some of you may actually have been subscribed to me because of one of my posts on Reddit, and if that's you, that's what's up. But yeah, and I also wanted to go ahead, and I think I've iterated this quite extensively in my other videos, but I really just want to tell you guys, thank you so much for enjoying my channel in this series. If you subscribe for the tutorials that I make, thank you. You guys are awesome. Thank you for the comments. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for subscribing to such a small channel like me. I really wasn't expecting this to go anywhere. It was just something that I'd always wanted to do, YouTube, but I never really just like took that and made that desire like an action. But at my age now, I just kind of said, you know what? Why not? You know, I mean, there's nothing holding me back. I went and spent a decent amount of money on a good mic and a computer, and I practiced some editing, and yeah, just went for it, really. And I'm really surprised that I think within the first 7 days, I already had 7 subscribers. And then within 2 weeks, I already had over 20. And I think now I'm at 27. And I haven't even been doing this for a month, and I already almost have 30 subscribers. I think I'm just like 3 away. So you guys are amazing. I'm really glad you guys are enjoying this. I'm very new to this. So if you have any feedback on things you like, things you don't like, please let me know. I'm very open-minded. I will respond to every comment. I do not just, I don't know, like I said in the past, it's really about you guys. I'm not going to be one of those YouTubers that just kind of like makes the content, puts it out, and then that's it. Like, doesn't like has a fan base, people that like want to reach out and interact, and they don't. They're just not there for the fans. And I'm not saying I have any fans, but I will be there for the viewers and subscribers. You guys can always be in contact, share ideas, just kind of, I don't know, enjoy this together. I really want you guys to feel a part of this as much as possible. So yeah, that's just a big goal of mine. That's a big desire and plan I have. And I am kind of talking your guys' head off, but I thought I'd try something different. Also, I've noticed that either my videos have maybe too much time lapse in them, and the reason is I don't want anyone to think I'm cheating, so I try to include like at least some of the resource gathering and time lapses, so that way you guys know that I am actually putting in the time and effort to do all of this in legit vanilla survival. But I also don't want to bore you, because mining for 2 hours, even if I sped that up times 10, which makes it very nauseating for one, and I can't really go any faster without you guys probably just getting vertigo watching it, but also takes up a couple minutes of the video for each one. And I don't know, I'll try to find a balance. If you guys enjoy that, let me know. If you guys don't really care for the time lapses I include with the music, then let me know that too, and I'll try to balance things out, and I'll take any suggestions into consideration and try to make this work for all of us. But anyways, with that being said, I really need some diamonds. I have no diamonds. I did a little bit of a mining session the other day, and I think it's included in the last clip or this clip. And by clip, I mean episode, guys, sorry. But I think I might go on another exploration. I find caving, honestly, a lot quicker to get diamonds, but I like branch mining because I get more cobblestone, because I really like having a lot of building materials, but caving's more efficient for getting resources. So I don't know if I will include all of that in my video as a time lapse or not. I guess it really depends on how long I do it. I may just start showing like shorter time lapses, like maybe just show like a little bit of me mining, but maybe not show the whole thing, or just do like highlights of it. I'm not sure yet. And I think for the next episode, we may go ahead and get started on a iron farm, so I can at least get that going. I think that'll be pretty good. Like I said in, I think, the first episode, the game dynamics have changed a little bit, or game mechanics, I mean. It used to be you had to like make fake villages, but now all you really need is beds, workstations, and I think like a mob to make them frightened. And there's already some pretty simple compact designs out there. I might mess around in a creative world and try to come up with my own design, or maybe like a variation of one of the ones that's pretty popular right about now. And like I've also said, there are very efficient, good designs out there. And I'm not the best at this, but like I've also said, I would much rather build something original, have fun, learn with it, even if it's not the most efficient. I don't want to just have like all my builds in here based off of a tutorial of a better Minecrafter or YouTuber that's out there. Like, don't get me wrong, the things people like Ilmango and Etho, and like, they make really good things. Like, they are very intelligent and good at what they do, and that's great. And I might take inspiration or flat out just use their design for some things, but I don't want to do that for everything. I don't want to be powered by Ilmango or anything like that. I want to be original, and even if I got to sacrifice some efficiency, that's okay, you know. I want to learn. I want to eventually maybe even aspire to become one of those, because they started somewhere. They just didn't play Minecraft and knew how to be legends at it. They did the same thing. They sat there and played around and learned and figured things out, and I think that's what the path I want to take. And wow, oh my goodness, this is bad. Do you see this? There's so many in there. Oh my goodness. I don't even want to know how many's in there. I'm really surprised my frames haven't been dropping at all. Oh my goodness. Alright guys, so I took a look at the footage and I am way over my time limit. It's already looking at like 40 minutes for an episode, so I'm gonna have to do some pretty serious editing and prioritizing on what gets in the episode and doesn't to make it into a bite-sized chunk for you guys. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. You guys are amazing as always, and I'll see you guys next time.